Welcome back to the garage, guys. I'm Damien, and this is the Binder Builder. Now, I have to apologize for the unexpected hiatus from making new videos, but as you can see from around me, things have changed a little bit. Yes, I've moved, but I'll explain that as we move forward. Now, I will say the intro and outro cuts of these videos probably going to be in this setting, whereas the videos themselves were all filmed back in Arkansas. I hope it's not too confusing, but all the same, let's get to the build. It's hard to believe that the last real video that I made was actually putting the chassis up under the bug. But as you can see behind me, not only do I have the chassis underneath it, the engine and transmissions are in, the seats are in, the suspension's in, and I've got some tires on my wheels. But that's all in the future. Let's go back to that chassis video and pick up where we left off. All right, I think I've put this off a little too long. It's time to cut this thing off. I will say I'm a little nervous. It's one of those things you can't go back from. And hopefully it works out. We'll see. After brushing all the dust off, I laid down some tape as a guide. Then I started cutting. On the sides, I switched to a Sawzall, which made it a little easier getting through the thick heater channels. They were still challenging, but I eventually got through them. All right, hopefully that cleaned it off. I was just cutting the crap out of this, and yeah, dust got everywhere. But anyway, it's done, man. It is done. I am super happy with that. Kind of missed. I'm not as good as some of my old buddies in Colorado with the whole Sawzall. Some of those guys are like freaking surgeons. Not so much me. Not so much me. But, so here's the thought. What I want to do is, you notice I didn't get a good weld on this. So what I want to do is I want to cut that off there, continue it all the way up as best I can. And then, I don't know if you guys have ever seen HotRod Devil's page, but he's building this nice Baja bug. He just finished a buggy. He's in the middle of an F100, I think it is. But if you look at his old videos, he's building a Baja. And that Baja has some pretty wonderful fabrication work on it. But he used to do this stuff on hot rods and stuff. So he's like, cut above, check him out. But what he did is he took this right here, instead of just leaving that open, he actually gapped it, or basically filled it with plate and a couple of dimple dies. And he took the dimple dies, put them in there, and that reinforced this lip. It also reinforced this, filling all that in, getting everything solid. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be solid. It's not going to rattle, and it's going to look sweet, hopefully sweet as his. But if not, that's fine with me. Anyway, that is what it looks like now. Woo-wee. I think I'm going to put it all back together and just turn it into a sleeper. Not even a sleeper, really, just a stock bug, yeah. 1600, yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I should do now. With the main footwell off, it was time to trim things up and make it more presentable. So I broke out the square, measuring tape, and a Sharpie, and started marking some cut lines. With the two sides equal, I began cutting. Here I actually cut the heater channel back to where I landed the cage, that little box that I made. These are the same side to side, and I'll close them up in the future. Then, since I wanted to keep my stock ashtray, I removed it before cutting around it. With the main cuts complete, I used a sanding pad to clean up some of the edges and make them less lethal. They were sharp. All right, sweet, that's terrific. A little easier than I thought it was. It did give me a little bit of a hard time, but it's the way it goes, right? I would like to basically run a tube underneath the dash back and across the dash and to the other side, and I will attach my dash to that, so that way I don't have, God, that'd be annoying. Wouldn't that be, can you imagine going across whatever, just driving regular, man, on the regular city streets and hearing that all the time? No. So want to run a cage tube across, tighten that up, weld it basically to the dash, solidify all of that, get rid of whatever is rattling, and then put on my front clip. And then once I get the front clip on, I want to put the cage work as high as I can go to make it seal against the standard body. So that way this whole area, including all the wiring and everything in there, is going to be completely sealed from the elements. I don't know if you guys watched Sam and Nate's garage, or is it Nate and Sam's garage?
Hi guys, I'm Sam.
And I'm Nate.
Basically, Sam over at J-Bugs is building a Baja bug with his son Nate, and they're putting air conditioning in it. And he's still keeping a air-cooled engine, which is kind of cool. But anyway, they have their footwell, because it's a standard Baja. But what they did is they created a place right here that holds the condenser and all of the venting and stuff of that nature. I thought that was brilliant.
We've got a big hole in the bottom of our dash now, Nathan, don't we?
You have AC?
We have an air conditioning evaporator up underneath the dash.
Yeah.
Now the reason why I cut this up in here is because otherwise this would have all been sitting underneath the dash down there. All right, now we have power.
Yeah. Go. Here.
Ooh.
It's a lot of air too.
Yeah.
You can feel from back here easily.
I'll probably run some foam tape or foam sealant on this, or maybe I'll run a snap-on piece of trim right there with a bead around there. That will seal our air conditioning unit to our cab. You approve?
Yeah.
Nice.
So if I can, I want to put the cage work up here and drop it down to the chassis. And all of this will basically mount where my condenser is for my air conditioning and heating. Going with a Honda V6, that's one of the options you can do. I'm going to go to the junkyard, get myself all the bracketry and stuff of that nature, and hopefully run a factory air conditioner compressor and all that stuff. Just run aftermarket lines and condenser and distribution box. Yeah, I want to copy them and just put it right here. That was freaking brilliant, Sam and Nate, you too. Yeah, I'm copying you on that for sure. What else, man? Yeah, that's a lot to do. So let's keep moving. In order to strengthen up the dash, I ended up using some 1x2 box tube I had laying around. It was leftovers from when I built the suspension. So after measuring it out, I held it up to the dash and did some fine tuning to make sure that the box tube and the dash cut fit nicely together. Then I cleaned up the box tube with a wire wheel and some acetone and cut angles into the ends. Next, it was all about getting it tacked into place and level. But once it was, I pretty much stitch welded everything in. All right, so progress on the dash. So as you know, it was really shaky and stuff of that nature. I went ahead and cut some 1x2. Ooh, it's still warm. Not there, it's not. Anyway, cut some 1x2, angled it. I'm gonna now angle it. I just probably should have just cut it out to begin with, but I'm gonna cut it, shoop, shoop, and then put two lengths there and there. I tack welded it, or actually stitch welded it here, here, down in the middle, up on this side, and right there. You can kind of see that one. And then what I'll either use seam sealer or some panel bond, or maybe JB Weld, something that I'll just kind of put in that whole little ridge there. And kind of here, let me show you the other side. All right, so here's the inside, what it looks like. You can see that it just basically a 1x2 goes all the way across, and shoot, and it's going to go right into the A-pillar and tie it all together. Yeah, and I'll just basically put a nice little caulking or some seam sealer or some whatever. I'll put something in there to clean it up, make it look nice so it doesn't, I'm not going to stitch all that. That's ridiculous. But here's the thing. It shakes the whole car now. So once I get that connected to there, and it's no longer on this flimsy little metal, then this whole thing is going to be completely reinforced. That should do pretty good for the dash, keeping it steady, and when going over rough roads or whatever. So no shaky, that's for sure. All right, let's keep going. So I measured to mark where the shorty side pieces would go and started making some room for them. Then I held up the box tube and started marking the cut line. And after cutting the tube to length, I finessed them into place. This took a bit since I really wanted a tight fit. Finally got it to fit. Here we go. Let's see, can you see that? All right. So basically just tying that bar across and then right up into the cage. I'm going to weld that all up and seam it. And yeah, a little bit of a fill right there, not too much. But yeah, all right, let's do this. After welding the passenger side in, I started on the driver's side. I'm going to speed this up. The steps were pretty much the same from the right side. And then with some sanding, and how did it turn out? Let's take a look. It actually worked out pretty well, all the same. Sanded it down a bit. Don't mind the crappy welds on the body stuff. You all know that I suck at that. But yeah, and what's nice is it's totally solid. Totally solid. There you can see it underneath. Just I got a little bit of trimming to do. I want to keep the ashtray, so I want to cut that down. I'm going to, basically fill it in and make it a little down and up. Same thing with the go up and then down on for the steering wheel. But yeah, the biggest thing was making the it completely solid, and that's what I did. So that worked out. Very happy with that, and yeehaw. Well, that's about as good a place to wrap up this video. It's already getting kind of long, but I'll be sure to make sure it's all finished up in the next video. So until then, remember to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm Damien, and this is the Binder Builder.